Hey, hello everybody. Where is the GS? Hey details. Hey Tom van Dorst. Hey guys, welcome. What do you mean welcome? I'm already here. I have to say welcome to you guys. So I'm my dog is having a drink over there. Oh, from Texas. How's the weather in Texas? Doing good? Nice and warm. Must be better as this shitty weather over here in Belgium. It's like ridiculously cold. And I'm trying to get some cool plans. Just joking. Cheers from Boston. Boston. Every country is sometimes better as Belgium, I think. Only not when it comes to healthcare. I've been told healthcare in America is not really good. Not good at all. Now, oh snap! I got some cool stuff coming up. Yeah, I'm doing the iPhone. The iPhone face recognition thing because this is so stupid. What is wrong with it? Because I'm gonna be right. I'm thinking about live streaming on the motorcycle. So I've been using some computer stuffs. I was thinking about buying a Starlink thing to live stream good quality. But it turns out if you have like a very good iPhone or something and you have some very good 5G, you can also stream online when riding a motorcycle. So, but I only had the iPhone 14 Pro. So just for that, today I bought the iPhone 16 Pro just for quicker things, and I could be live streaming when riding a motorcycle. So if I go somewhere, I can take all of you guys with me. Not really sure if that's a good idea, but we'll have to check it out. And of course, when I buy a new iPhone, everybody, 99.9% of the world, if they take two iPhones and they hold them against each other, they copy. And with me, it's not happening. I always have the same shit. So 15 degrees, full of sun in Portugal. It was like 3 degrees over here. It was pretty damn cold. Healthcare is amazing, but expensive. Yeah, a buddy of mine, he crashed a bike in California, but he's from the UK. He crashed his bike in California, popped a wheelie, and over-rotated. And he had like an open bone break, so his bone was sticking out of his leg. And they come over with the ticket like 2 days later, and he had to pay $400,000. Is that even possible? Like if you break your paw, that the doctor walks in and is like, we need like 400 grand. It's like ridiculous. Will you do a bigger touring on your Africa Twin? That is exactly why I actually bought the Africa Twin, because the Super Adventure R was just hurting my neck. It was hurting my back, was hurting my ass. It's a good bike. It's a fun bike, but it's not a touring bike. It's an off-road. It's a big, heavy off-road monster. I think the Africa Twin might be a little bit heavier, but that to the side, you know. Yeah, 14 Pro. I thought the 14 Pro would be enough, but I Googled some stuff, and this has like the 18 thing processor, and also the 14 Pro works using satellite only for emergencies or something like that. And the it's a little bit higher, only for emergencies. And the new iPhone has another chip that can also use satellites for like networking and the 5G in the future or something like that. So I don't know. Yeah, with the Starlink, I was thinking about the Starlink as well, but it turns out that the new iPhone can also do some pretty crazy stuff. And it's not like I'm going in the middle of the desert, sometimes a little bit away from the forest and stuff like that. So I have to see if the connection gets really bad. I know, for example, the big streamer, I Show Speed just streams freaking everywhere, and the quality is like kind of decent, but I have no idea how he does it. No idea. All right, copying the new iPhone over here. So no, that was something that I was looking forward to. Like I was talking to my YouTube partner, because I have two YouTube partner managers, and I was talking to one of them yesterday, and she was like, there's three things. One was the shopping and the tagging stuff, and the other one was live streaming, because now with live streams, the YouTube videos, on a normal YouTube video, you guys sometimes see my ads, and a lot of people get very annoyed by ads, but the ads pay me for the stuff I do. So if you watch an ad in the middle of my video, just be like, okay, now we're paying Smokey's bills for the job he does, something like that. So now in the live streams, it can be possible that somewhere in this live stream, suddenly there's an ad or something like that. It's something new. I don't know. Still have to like try it out, but still have to test it all out. How will you stream using GoPro? Yeah. So I'm gonna. I also asked my Googles and ChatGPT how I could read the chat when riding a motorcycle. It turns out that no computer, even ChatGPT, was pretty happy with me asking the question how I could read chat while riding a bike. That's something that's not really a good idea, but but I'm planning on just putting my iPhone on the handlebar, maybe sideways, so the chat becomes a little bit bigger, and then use the make sure that it's charged all the time, and then have the GoPro on my helmet. The GoPro is with the media mod and the mic connected with Wi-Fi to my phone, and the phone is streaming. But the GoPro also has to be charged all the time, because it's going to drain the battery pretty damn quickly. So yeah, GoPro connected to the phone. It's a test. Like I said, I just bought the new 16 Pro, so still have to see what it gives, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. And if it's not working, I'll still can upgrade for the Starlink thing, but I'm not really sure how big the Starlink is. You have now like Starlink Mini, but still I have no idea how big or heavy Starlink Mini is. But it would be cool if I have like a Starlink Mini on the back of the Africa Twin, and I could just ride anywhere, and you guys have like awesome connection. That would be kind of cool, right? Oh, Speed uses Starlink now. You have a cold, verkouden. Yeah. Could you tell? My nose is a little bit itchy. My nose is like all jammed up, but I'm fine. I'm fine. Speed uses Starlink now. I was wondering what Speed was using this, because I've seen him like in Bangladesh and like really remote places, and I was wondering how in the world he got like the good stuff. But then Starlink, can I connect the GoPro directly to the Starlink? I don't know. I don't know. Two-wheel pursuits. So yeah, if anybody wants to ask me questions about social media or YouTube, just fire away. No worries there. All right. Do you prefer 21-inch or 19-inch? 21. First of all, in the video where I'm talking about the new Honda Africa Twin inside of the garage, you can see me like talking about it, why I prefer the 21 instead of the 19. But main reason is because 21-inch, the steering is a little bit more like a tractor. Makes no sense for some people, but the smaller the front wheel, the least amount you put in your handlebar, the bike is gonna take corners. And I don't really like it to be that fast. So the bigger the wheel, the slower. It still takes corners. Like you can still do like this and have some fun with it. But I don't really like the smaller wheels. I like the bigger ones. And second of all, if you ride over a hump or into a pit, the bigger wheel will just like flow over it. And the smaller you go, the harder you will feel it. So for off-road riding, the bigger the wheel, not like 27-inch in the front, that's not going to work. But a bigger front wheel is better for off-roading as a smaller one. Simple as that. When is the supercharged CRF 1100 coming? Well, I asked some people about it, but like I already kind of screwed up the CCs. I think I told the CCs, but the CCs, nobody talked about the CCs, but somebody from Honda kind of told me at the live event when they showed the bike. I was like, damn, that's a cool thing, like a 3-cylinder with like a super electronic supercharger on it. And I was like, yeah, it's going to be 900 cc's. I was like, oh. And later I posted everywhere, videos went viral, and he was like, yeah, I should not have told it was 900 cc, so please tell nobody. So You'll never ever, in the coming up months, you probably never see something about the CC. So I kind of screwed that up, but I couldn't do anything about it. It's just what they told me. So I was like, it's not that hidden, it's not that special, but the numbers were kind of special. But what I do am a little bit scared about, yeah, updating, look at that, updating phones, you know. What I am scared about is that the 3-cylinder Honda thing, that it's not going to be a performance thing. You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be more like a lesser emissions thing. We can still push out like 100 horsepower, for example, but now with lower emissions. So I'm not really sure if but a supercharger, if you can make it like whistle, like and do all the cool things that a cool supercharger can, that will be very cool. But I'm not really sure if they can find a place or some room to put it on a Honda Africa Twin. Would be epically cool. Supercharger on it, 150 horsepower, low emissions. Yeah, would be cool, but sorry for the cough. I've been walking around in my t-shirt with 3 degrees. That is not a good idea. So that's what I think about the Honda supercharged thing that is going on. I think it's more for the emissions and not as much for we're gonna build another monster, because you know everybody knows all too well 2024, 2025, it's all about emissions and lowering emissions. And with the cars, it's pretty bad. With the motorcycles, it's not that bad just yet, but it's gonna come. It's gonna get really bad. And I'm pretty sure like in the next maybe 2-3 years, Honda is gonna be like, hey, we gotta look at this. We got like an electric. They already have electric scooters. So like an electrical Honda Africa Twin or something huge, like, god dang it. So don't really know. I don't know. That's my thoughts about the supercharged thing that Honda is gonna break out. The Staffet 100. When will you get a GS? Best bike ever. I liked riding the BMW GS. I liked riding the ASA system. I liked riding the BMW GS Adventure a lot. No complaints about that bike at all. We did stand-up wheelies at 120 kilometers an hour on the highway in Spain with a 270 kilogram GS Adventure. A buddy of mine, we were popping wheelies at 120 kilometers an hour with a 268, 270 kilogram motorcycle. That's just wild. And stand-up wheelies, like that was just wild. Pretty amazed that the bike could also do that. But I do have to say BMW is building great bikes. They do have some problems with the electronic suspension. Will be fixed probably. And also with the top case that's flying off and the side case that fly open. But the cases are not from Touratech. I think the side cases and the top cases that are flying off and flying open are from SW Motec. Can anybody say that I'm right on that one? I always thought it was Touratech, but it's SW Motec. I think the cases are from. So, but as far from that, when I ride motorcycles and nobody's watching, I really test the crap out of those things. So if they break, they break, and I will tell. But not always. I explained in the video that there is some motorcycles that I don't really want to discuss that broken down. So I've never told you guys about it. In one video, I actually told you guys about it, but not specifically what bikes, but the bigger brands. About 4 or 5 bikes this year that they didn't really break down. They kept on riding. That wasn't really a problem. But some red lights and some orange lights and some warning. Oh no, one bike actually stalled on me 3 times on the highway with an oil problem. And I'm talking brand new bikes here. I'm talking like, I don't want to say the brands, but brand spanking new bikes over 20,000 euros. And they broke down. So, and of course I pick up my phone and I call the bosses from the brands and I'm like, hello, you got an issue here. And then the bosses are like, look, come on, let's talk about it first. So it's not good if you pick up a motorcycle over 20K with 1,000 kilometers on it and it has some problems. Most of the time it's like sensor problems and electronic stuff. But then again, I'm like, should not be happening. But anyway, sorry for the cough yet again. Smokey, I want to be your cameraman. Yeah, I know. Sometimes I could actually use a cameraman, but I have my good friend of mine. He's a cameraman, but he's not an off-road rider. Um, Most of the time, I don't always ride off-road, but the muddy trails last week, I just couldn't hold myself. How good is the electronic suspension in off-road condition? Is it too soft? No, the electronic suspension, I think it has like 4 modes or something, but I still have to figure a lot out because somebody also said with the traction control and stuff. But if you look at the freaking display of the new Honda Africa Twin, it's too much. There is so much stuff to do. I didn't read the book. I did not read the manual. And at the store, they were like, "It's Smokey. He knows all about this bike." Nah, not really. Not really. I know a lot about it, but I don't know all the buttons. So that was kind of a still have to figure out a lot of buttons. So yeah, the electronic suspension, off-road condition, perfect, 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 perfect. It's not. It's also not like I've been flying through some puddles and some mud and stuff, but it's different with my enduro because with my 350 Husky enduro, I've not been riding that monster for like a year. But if you ride a bike off-road like that, you can just fly through these puddles at like 100 kilometers an hour, and the bike is just gonna go left to right. You control it again. You pop a wheelie over some stuff, and you just keep on going. You can really fly with a bike like that. It will find its own way. Now with the bigger bikes that weigh twice as much as a normal enduro, and you have way wider tires, it's a totally different story. If you go into into a little gravel, into a pit, or what's it called, into a ditch, the bike's not coming out. If you have like a light enduro, you pick up your front wheel and you get out right away. But with the big bikes, you have to choose your trail into the mud. You have to look far away in front and be like, I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna go out that way, because there is no way you're gonna pick up the bike by yourself. If you have a couple friends, you will, but so yeah. Wait. Some more questions. I'm going over all your questions. Just have some patience here. So yeah, electronic suspension of off-road condition. When is Uncle Smokey getting a monkey bike? Almost last year. Almost 2 months ago. Every time I see a monkey, I'm gonna be buying a monkey. But yeah, I'm spending a little bit too much on the Smokey Bubbles thing. Launching the soap line is way more expensive as I thought, and everything is expensive. Like from the website to the boxes, custom boxes for shipping, the soap itself. Buying a couple thousand bottles was pretty darn expensive. So everything is costing a lot of money. But however, we're probably going to start with Belgium and Netherlands first for the shipping stuff. But I've been talking with Honda for a Honda Dax, a Honda Monkey, or a Honda Gram. But the monkeys are like sold out. Sorry, the monkeys are like sold out. So nobody's getting a discount on those. The Honda Dax and Honda Gram, or the MSX 125, as most people call it. I can get a discount on that. Everybody can get a discount on that, by the way. So I am thinking about buying a Honda Gram to give it away at the launch from Smokey Bubbles. So yeah, it's a 4,249 euro motorcycle that I'm thinking about buying. But in Belgium, we have the Games Commission, and that kind of sucks because my plan was like, if I'm gonna take like 500 boxes, I'm gonna sell 500 boxes. There's gonna be like 3 big bottles of soap, and the wheel cleaner is gonna be inside. So normal price with other brands, it's like 120, 130, 140 euros even if you want to have like 3 liters and 750 milliliters of wheel spray. So I'm thinking like I was gonna ask like 75 euros, and it's like all the products that I'm selling right now. And in one of the boxes, I was gonna put in like a golden key, like just make 500 boxes somewhere halfway or somewhere in the start. I don't know, like do all the boxes between each other, just throw in a golden key. And after the 500 people ordered a box, send it all over the place, and somebody opens this box and is like, I got a key. But then the Games Commission in our country says like, so you're actually giving someone a chance they think they buy something and have a chance on winning something, and then they say like that's gambling. So we have some issues over there, first of all. So what I'm gonna do there is probably create a contest. If you turn it into a contest, it's not a problem. So probably like whoever buys a box with the products in it, make a funny video, throw it online, tag me, tag the Smokey Bubbles company, and then a couple of my friends, we gotta be like a jury, and we're gonna see what video is the funniest. And out of the 3-4 funniest videos, we're just gonna let the audience pick what is the funniest video or something like that, or the best video, the funniest video, and that person or group or people will win the anagram. So I'm thinking about doing something like that. Kind of got distracted there with the question about the monkey, but anyway, that is and after that, if that all works out and I have some money to spare, I might be also giving away a gram. So yeah. And a monkey. Love the Paw Patrol box on top of your cabinet. Paw Patrol box? Oh! I didn't even see it. It's outside. No, it's my kid's box for with the stuff in it, playing for the sandbox. Wait, I got some more questions here. When is Uncle Smokey getting a monkey bike? Answer that one. It's coming, because I still have a set of off-road knobby tires for 12-inch in my garage. I have the tires for it to take it off-roading, but I really want to take a monkey off-road bad, like really bad, like deep mud, like the bike like gone deep. I want to do that with a monkey. Could tune it to be a performance engine, I guess, to piss off the emissions people. Nah, Honda's not gonna do that. Honda is really working hard to be like even carbon neutral in 2030 or 2050 or something. They're really working hard. I've seen some stuff at the factory as well. So is your Honda CT 125 fully legal now? No, absolutely not. The bike will probably never be legal in Europe because it doesn't have a COC, certification ou something like that. If it's legal in Europe, it has to have that to be legal in Europe, and it's not. So the license plate that's on the bike is, yeah, it's not okay. It's not okay. So that's also why I don't really ride the bike too much, only if I really feel like it. Don't want to get run over. We still need to see Smokey taking on the Tet with Buddy Bob in a sidecar. I know. I have a couple of brands that I know have sidecars. So I'm thinking about it. But I have just so much stuff to do. I have so much things to do with the bubbles and the stuff, and also the YouTube and social media trainings. I also have some brands that want to work with me. So motorcycle and car brands that I have to go out and train for their social media marketing teams and stuff like that. So next year is probably not going to be a lot of picking up motorcycles from the press fleet. If I can't do world premieres, or unboxings, then I just can't pick them up from the store anymore or from the press fleet. Some bikes I can, but some I just can't. When will the Moto Guzzi V85 TT travel review come out? Oh, that is a cool bike. The V85 TT is a cool bike. But like I just said, the problem with YouTube, actually, I don't have sponsors. So if I would have like a sponsor that say, whatever video do you make, if you talk about us, we'll give you so much money and this and that. I don't have any sponsors. I'm fully independent about it. Why I don't have sponsors is because I don't want to be like obligated to make a video. I want to make a video when I want to make a video, and I want to talk about what I want to talk about. I don't want to be halfway in this video like, buy the new iPhone. Or absolutely not. Maybe in the future, but for the last couple of years, that was never one of my interests. So the problem now is, if I think about it like this, if I pick up a bike that had the world premiere, where all the world press, like 44 Teeth, whatever, all the guys were, and 2, 3, 4 months later, the bike comes to the press fleet in my country. Everybody knows damn well, if you launch a bike on YouTube and you do the world premiere, the hype is gone. After 2, 3, 4 weeks, everybody has seen it and the hype is gone. It's as simple as that. When the hype is gone, it also means that my views on YouTube are not gonna get like 100,000 views for a review, unless it's a Honda Goldwing. Everybody likes to watch reviews from Honda Goldwing for some weird ass reason, but it's not gonna work out. So if I drive my car with a trailer or just a motorcycle to the press fleet, which most of the press fleets are in Brussels, that is 80 kilometers. So I drive my car and trailer 80 kilometers empty, no bike on the back, to pick up a bike, then I bring it back. So that's 160 kilometers travel. If I'm lucky, I can still spend some hours scripting a video, what I'm going to say, learn about the bike, this and that. So that's already a day gone. The next day, I ride it all day. And then there's another day of editing and stuff like that. If I don't let my friend who edits my videos from time to time do all the work. But that is like 3 days of work for a video that might get like 20, 30,000 subscribers because it's a review video. And if that video makes me 50 to maximum 100 euros, it is a lot of money. So that is 3 days of work for like 100 euros. I've been doing that for the last 2 years just to build up this brand and get noticed by the brands, that I still can get some views and stuff like that. And that has worked. So now they're sending me more to world premieres and I get bikes faster and stuff like that. So now it's starting to pick up the pace. And with the BMW GS 1300, where I did the world premiere, I got shitload of views with that. I got a lot of views with that on YouTube, on social media, and then it's worth it. Then it really pays the bills. But for the rest, it's not. So if they send me to the world premiere from the new V85 TT, or I can have it first, it's worth it. It's worth the 2 or 3 days of work. Else it's sadly not. So I'm sorry for that. What about the Desert X? Yeah, some people have compared, have asked me about comparing the Africa Twin with the Desert X, but the Desert X is more like a KTM 890 Adventure R. It's a totally different set of bike. That bike is really an off-road bike. It's totally not a travel bike. It has like a long, slim seat. And only if you just look at the seat, you'll know it's not a bike for 500 kilometers in a single day, just taking corners. I love it. I love the Rally Desert X and how it looks, but that is all. Hello. Oh, you look Japanese. Konnichiwa, my friend. Atidakamasu. Yeah, I just came back from Japan, so I do speak a little bit Japanese right there. Ducati. What do you mean, Waldo? What's up with Ducati? What's up? Oh, snap. Oh, went down too fast. Sorry. Rock and roll your life. BMW, nah. Get the Multistrada RS or GT. Personal discussion. I actually love the RS, besides the fact that I got a speeding ticket with it in Germany. Besides that. But no, I love the Multistrada, but the problem with the Multistrada Grand Tour or any Multistrada, I would not want to take it off-roading. What I did last week with the Honda Africa Twin, I just would never do it with a Multistrada. I have no idea why. They weigh just as much, but it's a Ducati. The Desert X, take that through mud, yeah. But I mean, a Multistrada in mud, I think I've never ever seen a Multistrada doing some muddy trails. I don't know. And the RS, why I didn't want the RS is actually the same fact. What somebody asked me earlier about the 19-inch front wheel and the 21-inch. The RS is just such a crazy bike. The least amount you put your handlebar to the left or the right, the bike is like, it's just a cutting corner machine. And I don't want a cutting corner machine. I want a relaxing bike for travels. KTM filed for bankruptcy. Should one be buying them? Well, in the next couple of years, they still have gonna have parts because they have so many parts in the factory. But I think they closed the factory this week or something because it's really not going good. And the parts who brings on the parts is like a sister company and also went bankrupt. So KTM is gonna go bankrupt anyway. But then there's a Chinese. And I'm not really sure what that's going to give, but I'm pretty sure that, not pretty sure, but kind of, the brand is not going to disappear. So if you ever heard about the Geely Group, the Geely Group is like a Chinese group. They have like Volvo, Polestar, what else is in it? Volvo, Polestar, Lotus cars, QJ motorcycles, which I test rode a couple months ago, is also in it. So yeah, I mean, if the Geely Group is like, we're gonna buy KDM, then you're screwed. Then KDM is gonna be like fully Chinese. I wouldn't be surprised if anything like that would happen. KDM, damn, yeah, KDM. I know. Suggest me a touring bike under 400 cc's. Nah, go 450. Just go 450. Royal Enfield Himalayan, the new one. I like it. Very cheap, very good. I really loved riding that in Sardinia. Absolutely loved it. I'm very nervous for Northern 901 Expedition valve check. Ooh, yeah, the famous cam issue. I will go for the Africa Twin next. Appreciate the Smokey. Look, Fish, I know, man. I know. The Northern has the same camshaft made out of cheese as the other ones, as the Adventure 890 and the 790. I have seen a camshaft. I think the bike did like 15,000 kilometers, and the bike already had like valve problems. And they took the bike apart, and the camshaft was like, yeah, worn out for like 20-30%, like already worn out at 15,000 kilometers. And that is something that the brand should take care of. But they were just like, nobody's paying for the bills because it's like worn. It's like it's not warranty, but it's worn out. But at 15,000 or 20,000 kilometers, that's not normal. It's not normal. So the brand was not paying for it. The dealership was not paying for it. The customer had to pay for it. And trust me, if a bike goes bad like that fast with a camshaft that is made out of cheese, yeah, nobody's gonna buy that brand ever again. So yeah. I have a 21 ATAS Africa Twin automatic suspension, manual transmission. Oh, nice. Will Smokey Bubbles be on Amazon and available in the US? Hopefully. There was somebody that said like, can you send like some Smokey Bubbles to California? The website will be Belgium and Netherlands to start with, but I am planning on shipping internationally. But first, I always have to do everything like perfectly, so I have to figure out some stuff, and I probably will ship some stuff to some people. So at one point, will you ship to South Africa, Rudolph? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if some people ask me for it, for example, one person asked from China, one from America, one from Australia, one from Brazil, or something like that, I'll probably send like 5 packages to start with, like to see what happens. Because if you were ever in an airplane, not that I'm really scared that something will happen with my bottles of soap or they will explode, but if you're ever into an airplane and you got like a bottle of Pringles, a Pringles chippies, and you're inside of an airplane, they like blow up a little bit. The lid is like all bumpy. So I'm not really sure what my bottles of soap will do in an airplane, like in an airplane. And then if they travel to Australia and it's like very far, which Australia kind of is, so I have to test it out. So maybe I'll send like 2 or 3 packages next to the website to the other side of the world. And just, so you have to be my testing audience. You have to see how they get there. Like everything's leaking, bottles exploded, everything is fine, stuff like that. So there's a Portuguese guy that has done a huge trip on a monkey. Check it out, right? That monkey now is going. I think Honda put that Honda monkey from that dude at the EICMA motorcycle show. I think his monkey was actually at the show. So yeah, will you ship to South Africa? Yeah, if it gets so far, yeah. I'm really getting behind the chat here. I gotta hurry up. I hope you can do a USA tour one day. We have some excellent roads. I know. There's Japan was on my bucket list. I scratched that off my bucket list. Dubai as well. Dubai, everything you see is actually made, so it's not as cool as I thought it would be. And going to America, I've never been in America, so I sometimes feel like a very, very American guy. Yeah, I'll probably gain like 20 kilograms in like a month in America, but I absolutely want to come to America. For your shop, you should talk to Pan, the organizer, if you want to sell them in Canada, Quebec. He's a well-known detailer here in Quebec. Oh, that will be cool. That will be cool. Hope it will work for you with soap product. Me too. I'm in very deep. That's what she said. What do you think of the new DRZ 400 for BDRS? Well, I've always been a Suzuki guy because I had two Suzukis. My first bike was a Suzuki GSXR 600. I sold it after 3 months because I couldn't pop wheelies at 120 kilometers an hour. And I bought a Suzuki GSXR K9, I think it was, 1,000. Gixxer 1000. So I am actually a Suzuki guy when it comes to bikes. Also, I'm just Japanese. I'm just very like Honda, Suzuki. Love it. Love the Japanese stuff. So I think it's a fairly good bike. It's not a really exciting bike, but it's more like with the Honda. I think we'll keep on going. Pretty sure the DRZ is not going to break down very easily. Is content creating your full-time job? Yes. For the last 5-6 years or something like that. I've been doing YouTube. For about 12 years now. I started out, most people already know, with my dog. One of my dogs, which I actually built the biggest channels with, died 1.5-2 years ago, something like that. So in total, I have about 15 YouTube channels, I think, in total. I started a couple. And now in total, I have about 6 million subscribers on YouTube. But that is also with the dog channel. I have an animation channel. I have an experiment channel. I have another dog channel that I made around my dog's business. So I have a couple of channels. And then the Supercar Smokey and this channel I started recently. So yeah, I've been doing social media and YouTube for a very, very long time. That's also why I'm training some people now in Belgium and anywhere in the world. Yeah. But I like the factory though. I really liked working in the factory. I had no problems with that. But YouTube Live is a little bit better. So yeah, it is my full-time job. Yeah, the giveaway. I'm working on the giveaway. So the giveaway, like I said, it's still a little bit of an issue because I can give away one bike. According to my accountant, he tells me that I can give away one bike, like the start of a new company, and I give away a bike that's like reasonable, and we can get away with it. Now, if I start giving away bikes every single month, then we're gonna have a problem. Then we're gonna have to like figure some stuff out there because it's not that easy. You're doing live chat. When is the time to go ride? Yeah, I know. I'm working on it. Look, it's transferring. It's transferring to the new iPhone, and maybe buying some Starlink as well, because I want to do. I want to go do live streaming motorcycle rides. Would be nice. COC, certification of conformity. That's the one. I forgot. Congrats on the new bike and Smokey Bubbles. Merry Christmas, Smokey. Merry Christmas, Morgan Martin, to you as well. Now, sorry for the cough yet again. No, I am selling some Smokey Bubbles to some friends already, but I can't show it because the phones are like doing it. But yesterday we did some test payments, and it's looking good. It's looking good. So hopefully at the start January somewhere, we're gonna be starting launching the soap. Yeah, we'll launch the soap in the winter. I do. And Merry Christmas to you as well. Yeah, I could get the CT 125 fixed in the Netherlands, but I've been told it's another 1,800 euros to get it registered or something like that. I don't know. I've been told it's like ridiculously expensive again. Will you review the new Panigale V4S? Hugo. I was one of the first that was riding the new Panigale V4S on the Paul Ricard racetrack. So I kind of reviewed it over there. Yep. Not really a review on the street, because if I get that bike home and just ride it on the street here, it's not a bike for the street. I had the same issue with the BMW M1000RR. Those bikes, you just have to put them on the track and just don't ride them where I live. If you ride them where I live, it's going to cost your back in a couple of weeks. It's that bad. Yep, equalizer. It's gonna cost a lot. It's gonna cost a lot. What is your take on the KDM financial issues? Was that part of the reason why you went for the grandfather bike? No, no visual flights. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think I said it somewhere in a video as well, but I understand not everybody watches all of my videos. What actually happened is my KDM 1290 Super Adventure R is like an absolute beast. It's like a ridiculous monster. I was planning on putting like a very aggressive knobby tire on it, like 100% off-road. I didn't care about it on the road anymore. So I thought like if I can just get the Super Adventure as my off-road beast to make the videos like I made last week with the Honda and just do the off-road and the mudding and the crazy stuff. And I just want to buy a touring motorcycle, more of a fun thing, easier to ride, like with the DCT, comfortable, a higher screen, lower seating position. And that's where I got the Honda. I still have the road tires on it, should change them by some time. But the plan actually was like to have two bikes, have the Super Adventure for the crazy stuff of road and mudding, and keep the Honda clean and pimp it out a little bit and just do like the long tours and go to Germany and the Eiffel. Because with the Super Adventure R, it has the WP off-road suspension. So the suspension is ridiculously hard. That is the first thing. The second thing, it has the small rally screen. So wind is like straight in my face and my neck started hurting at like even like 70, 80 kilometers on the highway. I got really, my neck started sleeping, like the back muscles started like going bad. My neck hurt, my butt hurt, everything started hurting. So I was like, I'm going to keep that as a crazy off-road bike and I'm going to buy the Africa Twin. Actually, I wanted to buy the 1300 GS first, but the whole story happened there. So then Honda called me and they were like, you want to try out a Honda Africa Twin? And I have some Hondas and I was like, God dang it. Okay, cool. So started riding the Honda. And no, even before I actually bought it, that's the funny part. I said in a video, maybe I'm going to sell the 1290 Super Adventure. Maybe I'll sell it, but I'm not really sure. And a good friend of mine calls me up on a Friday evening and he's like, I've been told you're selling your KDM. I'm like, no, I'm not really selling it. I'm maybe I'm thinking about it, but I don't have another bike. And he's like, I'm going to buy it. I'm like, no, it's not for sale. It's not for sale yet. Let me sleep about it for a couple of days or weeks. We'll have to see. And he's like, no, are you home? And I'm like, no, I'm not home. And he knows like, yeah. He know I was home. So suddenly the doorbell goes and he was standing here and was like, come on, let's go to the garage and let's have a look at it. And I was like, no, this is not how I like it. And he said, I can pay you some money right now. And I'm like, no. But then also again, he really wanted it. And it is a fact. If I can call any brand I want, and that's a privilege that I have at this moment as like a motorcycle content creator or journalist, whatever you want to call it. I can call to Honda for any bike and I will just can pick it up and drive it for a couple of weeks. If I need a KDM 1390, it's a little bit difficult right now because all of my friends at KDM, at the press fleet thing where I normally go, they all got fired. So there is almost nobody there anymore. So I'm not really sure who to call. But for BMW, for example, if I want an R18, if I want new GS 1300, if I want an Adventure, if I want the CEO2, whatever I want, I just call the brand and I can just pick up the bike. So why would I have a bike in my garage when I'm riding more bikes and then also have an Honda Africa Twin? I still have my dirt bike that I have not been, my Husky, I have not been riding it for like 1.5 years or something. So at one point I have to be like, okay, like maybe sell a bike here or there. And if I really want to ride an adventure again, then like a KDM, I'll just give KDM a call. So yeah, that is that. That is actually the reason why I got the Honda, more as a touring bike. But at one point, I didn't want my touring bike to be too comfortable. So if anybody has ever been riding, for example, the Goldwing or the BMW 1250 RT, I did 1,000 kilometers in one single day on it, and I could do even more. That bike is ridiculously comfortable. That's like a BMW 7 Series. But I didn't want to have a bike that is that easy and that comfortable to ride. So the Honda is like in between the crazy stuff and the comfortable stuff. The Honda is like fits like perfectly in between. And I posted on Instagram, Smokey SMP. I posted the 0 to 170 kilometers an hour. Actually, it's 168. And the Honda Africa Twin is no slouch. For 102 horsepower, I think it might even be the quickest 102 horsepower adventure motorcycles I have seen. I think it will beat, I'm pretty sure it will beat the Norden with like 115 horsepower. I'm pretty sure it will easily beat it. Oh, Cambodia. Everybody love you. Oh, everybody. Hi, Smokey. You have good videos. Thanks, man. Greetings from Croatia. Thank you, Kresimir Milisa, if I say that right. Doing that today with MS Rally. You buying motorcycles for fun, not to show, at least me. I know. How is it then possible that not all 890 engines have the problem? I thought like most of them had the problem, but I'm not really sure in percentage how many people have it. And I'm also pretty sure that KTM will never address how many people have that issue. Pretty sure of that. I am sleepy. All right. That is some nice information right there. Thank you. Honda is dependability. Yeah. Only in Belgium and Netherlands. Have to come visit from Dusseldorf. No, the Germany part is not that bad, but we have to figure out the shipping costs, because it's not like a piece of paper that we're shipping. So it's gonna be like 2, 3, 4, 5 bottles. So we're talking about 3, 4, 5 kilograms of weight. So we have to weigh all the bottles and get all the shipping orders and shipping prices and stuff, all that figured out. So might do Germany and France and Italy, like a couple of European countries as well. So will be good. Have patience, Pierre. But thank you all so much for the interest already. It's gonna be real stuff. If you ever get to test the Mud Muncher, you're gonna love it. You'll never want any other soap again. Well, Mud Muncher is actually a pre-wash, but you're never gonna want any soap ever again. What do you think about the 890 KTM Adventure? I love it. If it doesn't have the cheese made camshaft, then it's a really good bike. Hello from Russia. Hey man, NC750X owner. We'll change for an Africa Twin automatic suspension 24 for next season. Oh, thank you for your videos. You are very welcome, Mag Elmo. That is cool. Also, if you're from Russia, I'm from Belgium. I do not want to start a war with you. If we ever come face to face, let's just have a beer. Let's not kill each other. No, whatever Putin or whatever the idiots in our parliament say, I have no problems with the Russians whatsoever. So yeah. Smokey, you should IBW in India next year. Yeah, well, they actually asked me to come to India and ride to Mount Everest base camp with Royal Enfield. But I saw some videos of that, everybody getting sick as hell. And I was like, no, that's not for me. Like -5, everybody had the shits, wasn't getting any air. They had like altitude sickness. No, I'll just stay Europe for now and maybe do America. The thing that I do want to do, big dream goals, Japan on a Honda Africa Twin. Invited by Honda, right from the south of Japan all the way to the north. It's not that far. It's like 2,500 kilometers. So I could do it probably in like a week, but let's just make it 2 weeks. Want to investigate? Smokey investigates. Like 2 weeks through Japan. That would be absolutely, if I don't get jet lagged like last time I was there, because I was like really sick. Oh, I would look to get some Smokey Bubbles if you're willing to send to Portugal. Yeah. We're that's something I have to figure out. Like, what are because I used to have a web shop for my dog, and one person sometimes they, launching a website and a web shop is one thing, because you get a lot of questions, but the answers are already in the frequently asked question part. But still, you get a lot of questions. You have to answer a lot of stuff. And then also a lot of people where I have sent like coffee mugs from my dog and t-shirts from my dog and calendars, like to really crazy places that I've never even heard of. And I'm pretty sure that there are also some people here, not really in the chat, but on the channel, that live in like very remote places. And to add all of those places, I can't add like 300 countries with a single click to my web shop. You have to manually add all the prices all the time. And when they up the prices, which they do almost every year, you have to like up the prices all. And at one point, I think, where was it again? Yeah, like the Cambodia, that was not that bad. Singapore wasn't that bad. I had to send some to China. And then one asked from, where was it again? Like a really remote island, like really remote. Had to take like 2-3 airplanes, and then the package had to go on a boat. And it was a 15 euro calendar. And the shipping cost to that country was 37 euros. And she absolutely wanted the calendar. But like I said, 37 euros for a 15 euro calendar. And that's just a calendar. That weighs absolutely nothing. So if you want Smokey Bubbles where she got the calendar, that might be like 150 euros of shipping costs. And I'm pretty sure not many people are going to pay for those amounts of shipping costs. But you should do an adventure ride through South Africa. Would be cool. But when it comes to some of these countries, I kind of get like anxiety that I'm probably going to die there. Because if I don't have like normal food inside of me, I don't function that well. And you probably get some good food in South Africa, but it's the same with India. I love people from India. I love people from everywhere. I don't care. But I know there are some spots in India, if I eat there and I start getting the chits, I start panicking and I freak out. So those countries, absolutely crazy. I would eat dates. I would eat dates like a whole week, and rice or something like that. And eggs, rice, and dates or something. I don't know. I'd be game for testing some of the new cleaners. Of course, I'd buy them. I'm here in the northeastern part of the US. That is cool. CWL 5005. If you're still watching here, God dang it. I'm still very sick. Last week, getting very cold. Getting very cold on the Hound Africa Twin wasn't a good idea with having the flu. I'll manage. I'm sorry for that. So yeah, would be cool if I could send some stuff to America just to see if it gets through customs. That is also a very important thing, because it's like bottles of fluid. And I'm not selling 500 milliliter bottles. My bottles are actually 1 liter and 750 milliliters of wheel cleaner. So my wheel cleaner is way bigger as all the rest. So you can actually clean your wheels from your car or your bike for a couple of times, not just one time. So yeah, that would be a good idea as well. If the website goes live and you see it, send me a message on if anybody here is from like a very remote place or on the other side of the world where I live, from Belgium. Just send me a DM on Smokey SMP on Instagram or something like that, and then we'll discuss further, so I can check out what the shipping costs are, and then we can do some test packages. I just want to have like a bottle in the US that somebody takes a picture with my box or my bottles in America. That would be absolutely awesome. That's the things I love. If KDM survives, hope so. Do you would like to test new 3090? Of course. Now with KDM, I've been making KTM content for the last 3 years. Most of you guys know that. I own a KTM as a motorcycle journalist, making as many videos with my KTM and with other KTM as well. But KTM was a little bit hard to, how do I say it? Not really to work with, but I had to ask, like, if that comes out, make sure I can get it first. And then they had some track days, then some other journalists from magazines, like people who get like hardly any views on social media from a magazine and this and that. They got sent to like a secret KDM meeting, and I just got left in the dark. So I was like, and other brands were like, oh shit, Smokey's really working hard. I got 200 million views on Instagram in the last 3-4 months. YouTube a couple months ago, I also did 9.2 million views in 1 month. So I was really working hard, really pushing it, pushing all the views, got a lot of views with other brands. And for KTM, they were just like, we don't care. We're big. We don't need Smokey for some reason. But I did have good connections with my friends from KTM in Belgium. So I could unbox. I was the first one to unbox the 3090 and could bring the 3090 Super Duke R home as well. But when it comes to events and stuff like that, they just almost always left me in the cold. And then other brands started inviting me, sending me tickets just random motorcycle events. My friend from Ducati started sending me messages. You want some free tickets and stuff like that. It's not like I want that, because most of the time I pay for all the crap myself. But if there is a motorcycle event and there is just a dude from Ducati is like, Smokey's a cool guy, we'll just send him some tickets. That's cool. I mean, that's nice. Only if it's like 15 euros for the tickets, I don't mind. But that's a friendly thing to do, So yeah, next question. So yeah, I would love to ride a 1390 Super Adventure R. Would love to. Will there be a full review of the 2025 X-ADV 750? What is up with that ADV? Everybody, some people are laughing with it. That is just like a 750cc scooter, but that thing got sold out fast last year. That was absolutely sold out. And no joke, this is like very seriously. The press fleet bikes from Honda are at Honda Brussels. So if I go to Honda Brussels, that's the place where where I pick up the press fleet bikes. And every single time that I come to the shop in Brussels, there is somebody buying an X-ADV, or they're buying one, or they're picking one up to take them home. Like, I kid you not. I think on most of my videos, when you see me there, because I record that I'm there at the store, there is or an X-ADV outside with somebody leaving, or there was somebody inside who just bought it, and the other one was just like picking it up because he also just bought it. So, but I think when I got back from Italy, I think like 1 month later, like last month, they did the 2025 X-ADV ride I also think in Malaga in Spain, and I wasn't invited. And they also did the Honda Hornet, and I also wasn't invited for that event as well. Somebody asked me, Smokey, why didn't you do the Honda Hornet? I wasn't invited. So sometimes it's hard because you don't have that many spots for some events. The same happened with KDM as well. They cannot send just anybody everywhere, even though if I get like a couple millions of views more as the others, it's not that simple. What's the dog channel? What dogs do we have? I still have Marie. She's on the left over there. But the other one, the problem with the dog channel, why I'm keeping that mostly secret, all my friends and everybody who knows me in person knows that. But I have built a couple companies around the dogs channel, around a couple businesses. But in Belgium and the Netherlands and stuff like that, in countries like ours, the businesses are public. So my real name is public, the business is public, and my home address is public. So if I start telling everybody about my dog's channel and my dogs and my businesses with my dog, and you just go to Google and you Google those businesses, you'll just find my home address like right now where I live. So that's the reason why I don't tell people about those channels. I don't want, it might be rude to say, but I just don't want people to show up at my house uninvited. My wife, for the security of my wife and my kid, I have some cars, I have some bikes in the garage. I sometimes I want to be like, these are all my channels and this and that, but on the other side, I'm like, it's just dangerous these days to do that stuff. So I don't want to, I don't want to discuss it. If you understand that, Hugo. I have a 24 Suzuki V-Strom 800. I love the V-Strom. It's such a basic, simple motorcycle. Not a lot of hullabaloos on it. Not too many electronics. Just you have like an ABC. I think the Suzuki V-Strom 800 has 3 riding modes, right? A, B, and C. I always forgot what it was, but 03 Suzuki LS650, also a nice one. 25 Honda Grum. Yeah, like I said, I'm probably gonna be giving away a Honda Grum for Smokey Bubbles. Hey Smokey, great show. Do you eat your own boogies? No. Sometimes when nobody's watching and I'm very hungry, I like the slimy feel. Just go on ad. Oh yeah, Equalizer. Nice. I told you in the beginning. So that's something that YouTube, my YouTube partner was telling me in our meeting 2 days ago, that now on normal videos, you can see ads from time to time. And just think of it, if you see an ad, I'm getting paid for the work that I put in the video. Because like I said earlier, I don't get sponsored. So that is the only way that I can pay my bills. That is if you guys watch the ads. You don't have to click it and go to the site and buy that stuff. You don't. But if you just watch the ad for like 5 seconds or 10 seconds, just think of it like, okay, Smokey's getting paid. It's as simple as that. And now YouTube has also implemented those ads on live streams. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Not as cool for you to watch, probably. I know that's not going to be that cool for you guys, but that's the reason why a lot of live streamers are probably going to come back from Twitch, kick and switch from Twitch and Kick to come back to YouTube. So you get more ads on live streaming. Dallas, Texas. Oh man, I love Dallas, Texas. That's also a place I want to go to. Dallas, Texas, and get some food in like the best barbecue restaurant, like short ribs. Oh, I really want to do that. Stepped away from TikTok, I see. No John Winkles. I know TikTok Live. Maybe tomorrow I'll do TikTok Live, or maybe later on in the evening. But no, I'm just testing out the live stream for YouTube. Just announcing that, and I'm also this is terrible. Look, the iPhones are still copying, and it's gonna take like 5 hours. I don't know why, but it's absolutely ridiculous. There's something wrong with my iPhones. But I just got a new iPhone today, so I could be live streaming on the motorcycle. Yeah, that's something I'm working with, and that's also why I'm live right now, just to test out the new live stream screen and watch how many ads you guys get, because I can set up the ads, how many ads you get to see. I can do like low ads, like you get to see an ad like every half an hour or something. I don't know. I can get like medium ads. That's like standard. That's what's set up right now. So standard. I'm not really sure. Can anybody say like you got like 2 ads in 10 minutes, or you got like 1 ad in 30 minutes? If you saw an ad, let me know what the time span was. And you can also get it like very high, then probably like every 6, 7, 8 minutes there's going to be an ad. And I can be like manual ads, so I can press a button when I enable it. I can press a button and be like, okay, now I want to have like an advertisement, like I'm going to go for a piss. Here's an ad. It works like TV. It works absolutely like TV. Okay, here's an ad. I'm going to go take a piss. But I'm just figuring out the live stuff for motorcycle riding. So Indonesia here. Nice. That is cool. I went to buy a used MT10 yesterday, and it sold the day before. Chris Brewer. I was going to say go buy a Honda Africa Twin, but they were also sold out, so you can't really buy a new one as well. I've been talking with Yamaha. Last year, I talked with Yamaha. We had 3 or 4 phone calls, and we started discussing and talking about a collaboration, and they never sent me anything back again. The phone call went very good, but at one point, but I've said it before, there are some journalists that I kind of kick their butt when it comes to views and numbers in just a single year. These guys have been easily making, sometimes they send journalists. That's the crazy part about some journalists that I'm kind of jealous on, and also not, but also I am. Sometimes they send a journalist to an event for like 3 days, nice food, nice weather, expensive plane tickets, fly them to the south of Spain, get some nice rides. We eat in the best, we sleep in nice hotels, we get some nice food and stuff like that. And the only thing they do is they write one article, like a small article in a magazine for that trip. That doesn't make much sense to me. That does not add up. And I make stories on Instagram, I make reels, I make shorts on TikTok, I make YouTube videos of the whole trip. So the amount of work I spend on a trip like that and get way more views than the other ones, the brands like it, but the journalists don't. And it's not the first time that journalists talk shit about me behind my back, even before I talk to a brand. So I would not be amazed if somebody talked shit about me with Yamaha. But also, it just could be that they just don't like what I'm doing. I'm perfectly fine with that. Just not showing Yamahas anymore. Looking to upgrade to an Africa Twin from an XR650L. Oh, XR650L, what a beast. Isn't that called the XR650? Isn't that also called the Dominator? Which is the Dominator again? I love that thing. A red Dominator. That will be cool in the garage as well. I'm just very hard on my bikes and feel like I will make the African Twin look destroyed within a year. Yeah, yeah. I also felt kind of a little bit bad to take it off road, but not that bad. So Smokey Bubbles will do the trick right away. Smokey, das squirrel. Good evening, my man. Good evening. I'm from Chechnya. It's enough wars for my life. Oh man, Chechnya, is there a war as well? I just don't watch a lot of news. Groeten uit Berlaar. Dankzij u heb ik zin om Afrika Twin te kopen in plaats van de Blade te blijven rijden. Koen, I know. Gezondheid, thanks man, thanks. I know. And I don't want to sell the Africa Twin, but Honda is something special. And some people said, Smokey, you just sold your soul because you are the KDM guy. What happened over there? But people don't seem to realize that I owned about 13 Honda cars and over 40-ish mopeds from Honda. I had a lot of Hondas in my life, like a lot. I was like the guy with the hat and the golden chain that has a Honda Civic Type R with like an open exhaust, VTEC. Loved it. Loved that life. Loved that life. All the way doing burnouts and acting like a fool. Loved it. So I've actually always been a Honda guy. I had a Honda Integra Type R, Civic Type Rs. I had like 6 or 7. EP3, FK2, EK6, I think it was. Oh man, I had so many. I had a couple VTIs, a couple VTECs, Honda Civic Aero Deck, Honda Concerto, Honda CRX ED9, Honda CRX Del Sol. I had so many Hondas. EK4 also had one, and also bought a Honda Civic from '76 that I restored back in the day. So I had a lot of Hondas. So, and with Honda, it's strange, but you can jump on. It's really strange, but all the brands actually have this for some reason. But the DNA in a motorcycle is so strange. You can blindfold me and put me on 4 brand new bikes, and I will tell you blindfolded when I start it and ride it. Riding blindfold is not a good idea, but if I could ride it blindfoldly, is that even a word, blindfolded? If I could ride a bike blindfolded, I could just say, even if it's a brand spanking new bike, I could just say if it's a Honda, a BMW, or a KDM. I could just tell it because the DNA in the bikes just keeps the same. And it's the same with the cars. You can jump in an old Honda Civic and jump in a brand new Honda Civic, and the DNA is just there. It's really strange. It's really strange. So, Koen, if you're going to buy a Honda Africa Twin, make sure it's with the Honda Mertens in Boekhout or Brussels. And say hi for me to them. You're not the first one. You're not the first one. There's already a couple people test riding Honda Africa Twins because it's a really fun bike. I mean, the DCT, I know some people said it was gay and stuff, but I still have the foot shifter. The only thing that is different is that I don't have to like grab the clutch when I stop at the lights and slowly release the clutch. That's the only difference. I can still use the foot shifter. I can use, like I said, finger blasting, but it turns out finger blasting, I thought like blasting my fingers is like pew, 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 like going really fast with my fingers. But it turns out finger blasting, I Googled it the other day, and it's something totally different that I didn't actually know. So sorry for that. Big dream goals, getting my YouTube bigger and make money, but who doesn't? That's just crazy. Yeah, John Winkles. So what are you doing? What are you doing on your YouTube channel? Just ask me. I've been doing YouTube for like 12 years, so I'm kind of know what I'm doing. But on this channel, I also know what I'm doing. But the problem with this YouTube channel is that I always do my own thing. I do what I want to do. And that's my biggest problem on this channel with YouTube. With my YouTube students, I never tell them to do whatever you want to do. I tell them you have to do what the people want to see. And with this channel, sometimes, like I said before, it's a little bit hard because that's what she said. It's a little bit hard because the channel views and the attention relies on the brands sending me somewhere for a world premiere. So sometimes it's a little bit hard. But I have some ideas. I have some good ideas coming up for 2025. So no worries, no worries. KDM, the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. Just the hoops they make their dealers jump through for warranty claims alone is embarrassing. Yes, I've been told about that as well. And also, even with the KDM riders in my country, if I ask them to name 2 good dealerships from KDM, they can't answer. We have Motorcade in Tieltwingen, where I bought my KTM. Love these guys. Very friendly business as well. But that's it. I don't really know any other KTM dealerships. There is one, and I don't want to talk about it, but they tried to scam my best buddy Mike. I have best buddy Bob. Some of you guys know best buddy Bob, and I have best buddy Mike, my two besties that I always ride with. And they tried to scam him off with an O-ring, a small O-ring for 90 euros. They said it was in the system wrong, but it turns out it's not the first time something is wrong in the system. So you bring your bike in for maintenance, and then you ask like, how much is it? And they're like, yeah, no, it's like 385 euros. And you're like, okay, you just pay it. And you walk to the car and you looked at the bill and it was like, O-ring, 90 euros. So he went back in the shop and was like, hey, what's this over here? And the shop was like, oh, that's probably a mistake in our system. Okay, and just paid him like cash. They paid him like 86 euros back or something. Like, okay, that was strange. And then I've been talking to some friends and who also go there. And they were also like, we had similar issues like that. So they put wrong numbers in the system. Hopefully you just pay and the money just goes through. That is not good. The owner also had to close down 2 or 3 times for fraud before. So yeah, stuff like that. And then the whole KDM thing, I'm not buying a bike there anyway. So oh crap, I went down the chat. I want to spend some attention, some good attention to everyone. So Smokey testing live stream and dying on it. Imagine. Yeah, I feel like dying sometimes with my neck and my nose. But Nieuwe Hornet 1000 is Blackbelt Zothoed. Yeah, I've been told as well. I've been told. I wish I was there for the Hornet launch. But I was talking with a good friend of mine. She is the big marketing, even higher-as marketing from Honda Europe. And I talked with her at EICMA. And I said, like, I have a lot of stuff to do for the end of the year as well. With the Smokey Bubbles, with the website, with the trainings. Like I said, I'm going to be training some bigger brands. Later on, I will probably say something about it, but I'm not training them just yet. Some really big brands, I will be training their marketing teams, their dealerships and stuff like that. So I'm really working on that with the online courses, my online master classes, Smokey Tube, working with, I think I have the shirt on. Look at that. Smokey Tube stuff. So I'm really working on the Smokey Tube stuff. The whole website is going to be rebuilt. So I got the Smokey Bubbles stuff going on. Then I'm going to give some private trainings to dealerships as well. Also doing that. And then, making own YouTube videos. So the combination of all those businesses is getting a little bit heavy on the shoulders. And the only thing I want to do is ride motorcycles on a daily basis, just like most of you guys, you know. So I didn't get invited for the new Hornet. But that being said, I did throw out some fishing lines. Hopefully, maybe in a couple of years, like I said earlier on, with Honda, Japan. Visit the factory, but not a lot of people have been visiting the Japan factory. They're not happy with people visiting the factory or something like that. It's not done a lot. The same goes for the Italian factory. That's also almost never been done, that somebody walks there inside of the factory. So I got a very good scoop on that. I'm not really sure how the video responded with Honda. I thought it was pretty good, and I had some laughs, I had some fun, but maybe the Japanese are like, we don't want to have that idiot in our factory. But if so, like I said, I would love to ride a motorcycle in Japan and visit the Japan factory. That would be like a dream. That would be like really a dream. I would just jump in the cargo area of a plane, like Japan with Hyundai. That was like business flying. I've never ever experienced something like that. Getting champagne before the flight even takes off. And a lady comes over and she says, like, I'm going to be your personal assistant for this flight. Yeah, I have never experienced that in my life before. God dang it. Hello from Mexico. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien. Hola. Yeah, my Spanish is not. Do they speak Spanish in Mexico? I think they do. And I've seen you grow. Love the new Africa Twin and hope to see more videos. I hope so as well. I own a 701 Enduro. Oh, that's a good bike. That's also a good bike. And I'm chasing it for the 2025. That's a good bike. You're going to love it. Smokey, what do you think about the stock Fark EX? Would you test it on road enduro? Yeah, a friend of mine in the shop, I think he will have it very soon as well. It's got the top version has like 80 horsepower, 120 kilograms of off-road motorcycle, 80 horsepower. I know I'm gonna lose money on it, but if he has it in the shop as a testing model, I will go and pick it up and ride it because I have been seeing it is. I have seen it is 17,000 euros, I think. That is steep. A Honda Africa Twin starts at 17 grand, like 17,000 for an electrical dirt bike, enduro, street legal. I know, but still, golly, that is a whole lot of moolah. So yeah, Stark Varg. I like electric dirt bikes. I like two-stroke. I like four-stroke. I like it to make some sound. But when you ride in the woods where I live, after COVID, before COVID wasn't really that big of a problem, but then COVID hit, Corona, and everybody started walking in the woods where I live. And the problem with that is that people who have never been walking in the woods suddenly started walking in the woods. And then me and my two besties, we started riding in the woods. We always rode in the woods with our enduros. And I always say it wasn't the four strokes, it was the two strokes. My buddy's 300cc two-stroke KDM EXC, he screwed up like a very small silencer. He screwed it up for us. It's not the four-stroke problem. It was a two strokes. So we got in a lot of fights, a couple of fist fights here and there, nothing too bad, but just some words with mountain bikers and walkers. So I also have the small Suron. I love that thing on trails, and I've never in a year or 2 years that I have it, I've never, ever had problems with it. Even flying next to people, I always ride slow next to people, but just passing them by, just coming fast around the corner, braking, it's just saying hello. People are like, hello, because it's not making a sound. So the electrical Stark Varg Enduro would be good for the woods. Would like one. If they sent me one, I would like one. Smokey, 2 tablespoons of unfiltered and uncooked local honey each morning. I started doing it in 2010, haven't been sick since. Oh, really? I started doing, oh, that's cool. I gotta try that. Yeah, I use like the honey that is also, that's like, did a lot of stuff with the honey that I use probably, but barbecue and gun range is on me. If you get to DFW airport, DFW. What in the world is DFW? I have no idea what DFW is. DFW. DFW. No, no idea. West, far west. Now I have to know what it is. I have an XR2. That's also I like the XR. I always say like an XR is like a two-stroke bike, a big two-stroke bike. Just get YouTube Premium, guys. Then you don't see ads and Smokey gets paid more. Now I'm not really sure if I get paid more, but I also have YouTube Premium. But they raised the price from 15 euros to 7 euros. But now you can actually download YouTube videos for watching on the airplane and stuff. So I think it's worth it. I never see ads again. So greetings from Poland. Kurwa, my Polish friend. I saw 2 ads in about the last 30 minutes. Oh, that's not that bad. That's okay. Then I probably made like 0.010 cents or something, or maybe 10 cents. So that's good. Thank you so much. Johan Strampraat gaat liggen zo. Thanks, Johan. Thanks. I'm only 697 followers away to enable ads. Oh, great. Good. Got the hours, just not the followers, but I heard about the ads on live streams. Yeah. You get the hours, not the followers. A friend of mine has 2,000 followers, but does not have the hours. With some people, it's just around. And John Winkles, what content? What kind of content are you making? Motorcycle-related content as well, or put the iPhone as close as possible to your Wi-Fi? It still says 5 hours. Look at that. It is absolutely not. It is not. This is not going very well. I think I'm just going to cancel it because the wife has probably been calling me for many, many times. But I have to pick up the kid anyway in about 2 hours. So, Smokey, huge fan. All right, cool. Of your work. Love from India. Hope you see this. Of course I see it. I'm just going through the chat very slowly so I don't miss it. Oh, I went too fast again. So I don't miss out any things. I want to answer everybody that jumps in chat and has something to say. As a thank you for watching my videos, you know. Bought a 1300 GS recently, added wrap kit and Jekyll exhaust. Now it fits more my age. What do you mean? You wrap? What color did you wrap it if it matches your age better? A friend of mine, Trophy Pete. You might have known about Trophy Pete from Instagram. He's the Jekyll and Hyde. What's it called again? Like the marketing manager or something like that. What are your thoughts on the Ducati Diavel V4? Hello from India. I loved it. I love riding it. The big fat ass wheel in the back. It's kind of strange in the beginning when you are starting to take corners, but once you get used to it, it's pretty fun. Oh, Twitch has it as well. I set it up every 50 minutes. You get 1 minute ad. A 1 minute ad? Oh my, that's long. Are these ads 1 minute when you see an ad? No, it's probably going to be like 10 seconds, right? That's crazy, 1 minute. I hardly watch 1 minute ads on TV. Smokey, do you got to ride the CRF 450? No, not yet. Not yet. Maybe in the future. Have you ever been to an F1 race? Yes, Zandvoort. This year in the Netherlands. And fun fact, I was sitting at the first corner after the straight to the right, first corner at the straight, and I have never ever, it started to rain, and I've never seen so many Formula One cars go straight and miss the corner. And I told my friend, like, what kind of noobs are these guys? Like, can't they just take a corner out straight or what? Like, I was laughing with it, of course, because they are pretty much a lot better drivers as I am. But like 1 week after that, a friend called from the Astara group, which is like MG and Hyundai and stuff. And it was like, you want to drive the new MG X-Power on, it's like a 450 horsepower electrical MG 50-50 weight distribution. You want to drive it on Zandvoort track. And I was like, oh shit. Last week, the Formula One cars were driving there. And now a couple weeks later, I can also drive it on the same track. I was like, that's cool. Yeah. I noticed when I was driving a 450 horsepower electrical car on the track, then I noticed, and on Zandvoort, it goes like up and down and like weird corners. Formula One pilots are a different breed. Like, holy moly, that was crazy. I also had some Honda cars. Still have an S2000. Oh, that is badass. That is no, it's not the only Honda I've never had. I didn't have an NSX. Honda NSX, I could buy one back in the day for 28,000 euro. I did not have the money for it. So I could only buy like cheap ass Civics and try to sell them with profits. That's something that I did back in the day. Find like the golden gem Civics and then sell them for more. Oh, if I do like this, it becomes lighter. That's cool. So the S2000, the only thing that I didn't like about it was the center console, like to my right leg. When I'm driving a car, I want to like lay my right leg to the right. I just want to hang it to the right a little bit. No idea why, but the Honda S2000, that's like my right leg is like kind of stuck in it. Sports car, of course, I know, but loved it. MP, oh man, thanks for the why I can like it over here. That's something that I also have to learn. Thank you for the super chat, man. Love it. What are your comments about QJ motorcycles? Well, I've been riding a couple of them. Oh no, I've been riding the whole segment. This year in summer, they invited me from Motomondo, friends from Motomondo. They invited me to come and ride the QJ motorcycle segment, like all of them. 125s, the scooters, up to the big 700-800 versions. And there is not one that I was like, this rides like crap. Absolutely not. Now, make no mistake, the Chinese are coming in hot. They are coming in hot. The only the race bike, I think that was it looks like a Ducati Panigale. You can't miss it. QJ motorcycles that looks like a Panigale. You can't miss it. So I love that one. That bike has like 105 or 110 horsepower. That thing actually went really good. Really good. And the other one is like a V4. Not a lot of bikes are V4 these days, but QJ Motorcycles has one. And it looks like a Harley Davidson Night Rod. It's just a Night Rod copy. But also that bike, I love riding it. The engine and how it feels was really decent. Was really good. The only thing I had was a mirror on the X700 or something, the mirror was coming undone. So the mirror was a little bit loose, and I tried to like fix it, but it turns out that the thread was busted. So I'm not really sure what happened there. Somebody hit it or something like that. But so the steel or the aluminum, probably was going to be steel or something like that, for the mirrors, could be a little bit stronger. But just start Africa Twin with your mouth. I don't know. Sometimes I have problems answering questions, and that is one. It's not a question. Just start Africa Twin with your mouth. I will try that in the next video. I hope one day I'll own a CRF or WR250F. Oh, that's cool. One day you will, my friend. One day you will. Joris Verstraat, hey, Racing Center Antwerp did a good job for me. Well, back in the day, like I said, some people that I know are absolutely not happy with Racing Center at all. My first Super Duke R that I had, I bought that bike with like 3,000-4,000 kilometers on it, Joris, and I had the slipping clutch problem. The first generation was about 10% of the bikes that went out had slipping clutches. There was something with the clutch fluid inside or something that it wouldn't go straight to it. And KTM also didn't recognize it as they did recognize it, but some dealers didn't want to rebuild the bike for as a warranty, and also didn't buy the bike there. But I brought it there, and I was like, the clutch is slipping and this and that. And I found online that it was an actual problem, and that the clutch needed to be opened, and they had to drill a hole. They had to drill a hole bigger. That would like solve the problem, so the oil can get around quicker. And KTM Netherlands, the official KTM Netherlands, said that you can go to any dealer and they will fix it. And I took it to Racing Center, and the dude behind the counter was like, I think the problem is you. You can't just ride the bike. So he told me I was the problem. I didn't really like that. So Bob is co-worker of the wife. Oh yeah, Koen, you told me something about that. That's right. I remember somebody telling about something. Bob, such a great guy, Bob. I do sim racing, most live streams, so gaming is a hard niche. Gaming is a hard niche. You just have to stand out. But sim racing, that's a hard one. That's a hard one because besides that, people love watching Formula One and see other people racing. Watching people ride on track is the most boring thing ever. If you're like really good and you're starting last and you always keep beating everyone, then it's cool to watch. If you have something very good to tell or entertain people while you're driving, then it's also interesting. But if you don't have the capability of keeping people watching for a long time, becoming big with sim racing is really hard. Or you have to like join Max Verstappen and make some videos that you race against him and stuff like that. Then you can grow, but I have no idea what servers or what game he's actually using. But it's the same with car videos and motorcycle videos. If somebody asks me if I want to make a viral video on a racetrack, I'm not doing it because there are no viral racetrack videos. The only viral racetrack videos is when somebody touches his helmet to the ground, or MotoGP guys, or somebody starts last and finishes first. For the rest, there is no... All my content that I make on the track does nothing. There is nothing more boring than watching someone ride circles. Same goes for a dirt bike. If you have a dirt bike and you put a GoPro on it and just start riding rounds at your local MX dirt bike track, it's never going to go viral. Again, if you crash really bad, yes. If you start last and become first and you're like really, really good, then it will. But for the rest of it, you're not adding any value to the viewer's watching time. The viewer is watching you, but you're not adding any value. He's just watching you make circles. So that's not good. If you want to be good on YouTube, you have to add a lot of value. That's something that I also try to do in the videos. Like when people ask me questions, I take print screens and throw them on and ask the questions in a video. So that way I'm adding value to the viewers. Well spent watch time. Also to the people, 44 people watching here. I'm trying to add value for you guys as well. Have you oh, it jumps down again. Have you thought of doing a review of motorcycles that have panniers large enough to secure store helmets in the motorcycle? Yeah, like the Goldwing. The Goldwing. Wait, the Goldwing. I have actually a Goldwing review on the channel. Just go a couple videos back underneath the ECMA videos. There I have one. And also I did all the multistradas as well. But I can't remember if the multistradas had panniers. I think one had, but the other one has. I still have to write the NC 750. So if the new NC 750 comes out, I will be sending Honda a message next week or something, or maybe January, and I want to test ride all the new Hondas. So if there is a new Honda coming out, I want to test it. Smokey, want to see you world tour, make some plans. Yeah, in my head, I already have world traveling plans. But I also have a dog that I would like to see on a daily basis. I also have a 6-year-old son that I would like to see on a daily basis. And I also have a wife that does not want to see me on a daily basis. So that is fine. No, we're good. We're good. But the wife, I can leave alone for a couple of days. The kid, that's already a hard one. And the dog is also very hard. So I know I'm soft on that. Welke band zou je adverteren voor een S1000? The tires. Oh, I was talking with best buddy Mike yesterday about the tires, and he was also talking about a Metzler tire. But the problem with tires is the price. Some are just ridiculously expensive compared to the other ones. It's really a personal preference. That's what I always say, because some tires are just very sticky, but if they're very sticky, it means that they're also very soft, which means that they wear out fast. And if it's an expensive tire that is soft, it wears out faster. If you have a tire that is less sticky, it means it is harder. It's a harder compound, which means you can ride it for a longer time. So it's not just which bike that is grippy, it's more of the softness in the tire which you want. So for the off-road tires, I kind of know which tires I kind of like. The TKC 80, for example, that thing wears out. I think it did like 5,000-6,000 kilometers with the Super Adventure R, and that the knobbies are just absolutely gone. It's really crazy. The Karoo Force, for example, it's a little bit harder, so the knobbies don't go out that fast. So tires is really a personal preference that you have to try. And at one point, you're going to have like a lot of confidence in one tire, and you'll just stick with the tire for the next couple of years for sure. I love the Honda factory tour. Thanks, man. Damn. How is Bob and his Norden? Well, to be honest, I had to pick up Bob 2 weeks ago because he had to ride to the pharmacy. He had to ride to the pharmacy, and he lives about 1 kilometer away from the pharmacy. And he called me up, and it was like, the Norden is not doing anything. So, yeah, battery was dead. He rode from his house to the pharmacy. The bike was outside in a cold shed, and the battery went down. So I had to go pick up Bob at the pharmacy with my trailer and bring him home. So that is Bob's story for last week. Ciao, Smokey. Mi passioni molto I tutti teste del moto e anche GLE unboxing buono festo. I think you're just saying that you like the test that I unboxed the GS. And have nice holidays. I think my Italian is really bad. Martini wrap from Dab Rabbit on the 1300 GS. I'm 26. Yeah, that's badass. That's badass. A martini wrap. Wait, I've seen a BMW GS with a martini wrap, I think, somewhere. Can I be wrong? I don't know. Seen some fancy ass wraps on these bikes. Are you ever going to come to the States? Right? Yes, but I have the problem that my wifey also wants to go to the States. I've never been there, and she was there when she was very young. But yeah, if I go there, if I say like I'm gonna go a month to the States and ride there, she's gonna be in the back. No idea where the kid and the dog are going to be, but yeah. DFW is Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. Oh, cool. I would love to see Texas. Like everybody, isn't Texas? Everybody has like guns in Texas, something like that. S2000 owners were lining up the make, trade plus cash deals both times. I had my Dodge Vipers for sale. Damn. S2000 owners. Yo, Unc, are you enjoying your new Africa Twin? I am. I am absolutely enjoying my Africa Twin. I know some people have been laughing with it, but I can't lie. I really like it. I really like it. It's just so cheesy, easy to ride. It's really easy, cheesy to ride. That's all I can say about it. And it makes a very good sound. Very good sound. Your opinion on the Yamaha Tenere 700? I have no idea. Like I said, Yamaha never called me back or sent me any messages back. I tried contacting them the same as Triumph. I tried contacting Triumph as well, but nothing. They just don't contact me back. The Yamaha as well. I wish I was in Team Yamaha. Maybe next year I'll try. I'll try sending them some emails yet again. But yeah, if it's not working, then it's not working. Have you ridden the new Moto Guzzi V85 TT? Enjoyed your Stelvio video. All right, thanks, man. Thanks. Bionic Flyer. Yeah. Have I ridden it? Oh, wait. No, not the V85 TT. I took the other one out, the 100 one. No, that's right. I didn't take it out. No. So I said it earlier. If I can do world premieres, it is worth the time that I spending on it, because I'm spending a lot of time at YouTube and social media trainings for personal people who want to build a personal brand. People who want to be an influencer. I'm not an influencer. I'm a content creator. That's totally not the same, but spending a lot of time on that, spending a lot of time on Smokey Bubbles as well. So picking up bikes from dealerships just to ride them, that it's costing me more money than it makes me. So I'm gonna go broke if I keep on doing that. I can't do that. Well, I race with my viewers that watch, so most stay around 25-30 minutes. Oh damn, that's long watch time. That's why you get more watch time as subscribers. I get it. And race few races, but I get what you are saying. But same as some Call of Duty streams, I do talk a lot. But it's good. It's good that you talk a lot. But with me, it's also the problem that most of my audience, when I check out my demographics, most people are a little bit older. And I'm December 26th. That's probably in 6 days. I'll also be 40. So I'm going to be 40 years of age. And sometimes I do talk too fast for my audience. They say you talk too much, you talk too fast and stuff like that. That's a little bit my ADHD brain in there. It's very creative, but sometimes it also talks a lot. And sometimes for the channel, I have to like relax, slow down a bit. Hey, how you doing? All right, let's check out the new bike. Talk a little bit more like this. I don't know. I could do it, but it's really frustrating to talk slow like that. God dang it. So yeah, just start out in the stream. Just say in the stream call to action. CTAs work very well. So if you have a 30-minute stream, just ask to subscribe for like 7 times or 6 times in half an hour or something like that. So you can get your subscribers and you can get your ad revenue going as well. S1000 XR Bridgestone is good in rain and also on dry. Yep. Most of the time, I also check out some professional riders and what they have on their normal bikes. V31. I have no idea what that is. No idea. I drove about 3,500 kilometers with the Mitas E7. Now I have Moto Z. Moto Z. I've been hearing about that brand as well. Tractionator Adventure. What a name for a tire. God dang it. Tractionator Adventure. I've driven over 5,000 kilometers and there are no signs of wear. That is nice. That is nice. Only problem is that the tires are loud. Yet again, loud tires is most of the time if the knobbies are just not set up right, or if it's a very hard tire. It's a very hard tire, like the Cruise Street that I have right now. The Cruise Street that I have on it, 120 kilometers per hour on the highway. It is a very, very loud tire, like very loud. Royal Enfield Himalayan. Alish Bishwakarma. Dude, did he ask any questions? No, he did not. He just pops in the chat and he's like, Royal Enfield Himalayan. I know, just throw it in there. Just join the live and just be like, okay, Royal Enfield Himalayan. That's the first thing he says. He's like, he's not cutting corners. He's not pooping around the bush or whatever you guys said. But god dang, S1000 XR for winter and summer commute. That is good. 100,000 kilometers on 4 years. Damn. That's some well riding right there. Yeah, I love the I really loved riding the S1000 XR, but like I always say, it's more like it's like 2-stroke versus 4-stroke. It's a little bit stupid to compare it like that, but I think it's not really stupid to compare it like that. If you have, for example, the GS and you compare it with the S1000 XR, the 4-cylinder, higher revs, it starts becoming fun. And it starts making nice sounds when you take it up high in the revs. Same goes for a 2-stroke. It still has some decent torque, but with 1300 GS and the Boxer engine, for example, it already has a torque at lower RPMs, and it has a different sound box, different sound. But I loved riding the S1000 XR as well. Oh, your daughter also born on December 26th. Wish her happy birthday for me, Tom. Wish her happy birthday. I'm catching up with the chat here. All right. I have to stop anyway in a couple minutes. Have to pick up my kid from my parents. Unboxing KDM 390S 2025. I'm not really sure. Like I said earlier, the problem with KDM is that they fired a couple of the friends that I worked with, a couple of my friends that worked for KDM at KDM headquarters, for the marketing guy, the planning guy, and also the head of sales for KDM. So all my friends that I knew there got fired. So I'm not really sure where I should unbox the 390 2025. Maybe somebody else is there. I have no idea, but it's everybody's getting fired. So I feel really bad about it. But T32. All right. Thoughts on my Agusta MV Agusta Rush? That is a badass bike. An Agusta Rush. Isn't the Rush the yellow and black ones? Aren't the Agusta Rushes black and yellow? Did you ever try a trials bike like a Montesa 4 RT Beta? Yes. There is a video on my channel, probably like 2 years old. If you are on my channel and you start looking for videos, look for Smokey Gas. And check out the video at the Gas event. I think the thumbnail is even a trials bike, like 2 meters up in the air, and me somewhere down. I shot it up to the sky. Yeah, I did trials for a couple times. I love it. I also think it's very scary, and for some reason, bikes always fly out of my hands. Yeah. Wyford S1000 XR, 30,000 kilometers on 1.5 years. God dang it. That is a lot of kilometers. I probably do the same. No, I don't do the same kilometers as that, but never on my bike anyway. Hey, buddy, love from India. Oh, man. Love from Belgium as well on the RTL. Now, there is, have you tried Royal Enfield Bear 650? No, not yet. What I do want to ride, does anybody know that Honda once built a real turbo engined motorcycle? I always forget the name. But I know that Honda built a turbo bike. Does anybody know? Now I want to see if there is some real motorcycle knowledge guys here, because I really can't remember what it was. And if I go to the other screen, then I'm probably gonna lose a light that I still have here on my face. But CX, oh, they all know. Yeah, legends. CX650 turbo. There is one on a used website in Belgium. I think they're asking like 4,500 euros for it already. And I was looking at it, but I was like, that's god dang expensive for an old bike like that. But it would be so cool to have like an older Honda with a turbo on it and a blow-off valve with a whistle. What? That would be really badass. But I don't even think you can. I'm not really sure if you can put like a blow off valve on a bike like that and like make it whistle. 1983. I was born in 1984. Good year, good wine year as well. Oval cylinders, number 6750. Cool. What are your thoughts on EV bikes? I said it earlier, EV bikes in the forest, not bad. You're not disturbing the animals that live there. My throat is really going down right now. I mean, EV bikes for the forest, yeah, but on the road, not yet. Clutch problem in 6-year-old R6. My throat is really killing me right now. Anyway, I have to pick up the kid in about 15 minutes, so it was a nice live test. So for the next time, I'm going to be trying doing some live streams, maybe again here, or maybe on the motorcycle as well, because that is the plan. I still have my GoPro here somewhere. So GoPro live stream combined with the iPhone. And if that doesn't work, get some Starlink stuff and try to live stream wherever I ride. So anyway, everybody, God dang it. This is bad. Anyway, it's really screwed. Thank you all so much for watching. So I'll see you guys in the next one. And if you have any questions, share them with me in a video or whatnot, or next time in a live stream. And then I have to see. Maybe I'm here behind my computer. Maybe I'm upstairs in the other room. Maybe I'm behind the bike. Who knows? It knows. Is this your first live stream? No, most of the time I'm live streaming on just got back from Taiwan. Go to electric scooters with a subscription plan. Oh, damn, with exchangeable batteries. Honda is also working on that. New bike with exchangeable batteries. Take one out, put one in, and yeah, you're going. It's not my first live stream. Most of the time I do live streams on TikTok, but it's a different audience. So anyway, ever heard of ultraviolet F770 EV bike? No. Nope. One piece of YouTube advice. God dang it. I'm really dying here. Smokey Bubbles, when? Website almost done. So I might be launching, still waiting for the approval of the new boxes. So the boxes where I will be sending Smokey Bubbles with, going to be custom boxes. So hopefully everything will be signed and paid for and delivered in somewhere January. So I hope January. Hopefully. Who launches like soap in winter? Anyway, I'm out, boys. Let me know for the next time. Like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm ending the stream right here, and I will get you guys in the next one. Thanks all for watching. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. And maybe I'll be live tomorrow or the other day. But next time I will post it when I go live. So everybody has more notice of it. Anyway, see you later, alligators.